April 8, 2016, 7:30 a.m. A quiet spring morning in Fairhaven, Massachusetts is shattered by the sound of smashing glass. Within seconds, an unidentified man enters a home that is not his own.
The burglar broke in through the back door, went to the front of the house, opened the front door, and invited the second burglar into the home. Once they were inside, they started to peruse the residence, all the while being observed by the resident owner's dog.
What they don't know is that a security camera is already catching their every move. They wander about the first floor, taking their time as if they're looking for something. Their behavior is odd.
A lot of burglars, when they commit a burglary and they enter into a residence or a business, are in a frantic state of mind and being and move in a way that is commensurate with that. And then there are other ones who are brazen and don't care, and those are the ones that are potentially dangerous. The burglars were very relaxed. They moved slowly around the home, apparently completely unaware that they were on surveillance video.
They even call out to the homeowner's dog.
You want a treat? Come on, give me a treat. Come on.
What are they looking for? And why did they choose this particular house? Whatever it is, they haven't found it yet. So they decide to head upstairs.
In this case, one of the burglars actually goes into the daughter's bedroom.
But there's something else these two men don't know. Not only are they being recorded by a security camera, they're being watched by the homeowner himself, graphic designer Damien Gerard.
It was a Friday morning, and I had left my house with my daughter. I was bringing her to school, and then I got to work. So it was about 7:30 when I got the alert on my computer that there was activity on my cameras.
Damien works just a few miles away. After getting a security alert, he pulls up the video feed and gets a terrifying shock.
I was really mad. Just the fact that somebody's going to take someone else's personal property, but to be so nonchalant about it, like they're shopping.
You want a treat? Come on.
I'm thinking, what's he going to do? What's he going to do with my dog? Is he going to try to silence her somehow? There was a lot of thoughts were running through my head.
He immediately calls the police.
911 report line, where's your emergency?
My house is being robbed by two individuals. Please get somebody there right away.
We received a call from Mr. Gerard on a 911 system, and he told us that he was actually watching a break in progress at his residence from his video surveillance system inside his house.
You know who they are?
No, I do not. I just saw it on my security cam.
Damien gave us a play-by-play as to where the suspects were in his house as our officers were responding.
Where were they in the house?
One was walking in the front door. The other one came in from the other way.
Damien jumps in his car, and just 8.5 minutes after receiving the alert that his security camera had been activated, arrives home. The Fairhaven police and Massachusetts State Police are already waiting for him in his driveway.
I gave one of the officers the key to my house, and they unlocked the door and all ran in.
When you arrive on scene, you never really know what is going to happen or how it's going to unfold. It's a very dynamic, fluid situation. You don't know what's around the next corner. You're not exactly sure how many suspects you may be encountering, whether they're armed, what their intentions are. Entering a house in a situation like this can be very, very dangerous. You're pretty much going in blind.
You're on the floor now. You're on the floor now! Hands behind your head. Who else is with you?
Officer Betancourt recounted one of the suspects who was in the process of gathering up valuables from inside the residence. He ordered him to the ground, placed him in handcuffs, and took him into custody without incident.
Broke into a house. I didn't break into anything.
However, the second man has other ideas.
While he was taking him into custody, the second perpetrator jumped out the second-floor window. In fact, if you watch the video, you can see the silhouette of him falling down through the window to the ground. I've been doing this for 19 years. I've seen some pretty strange things. This definitely ranks him on the top of them.
So he came out of this window, jumped down to here. They ran across the yard this way, hopped this fence, ran into this park. I was extremely angry. Your imagination just goes wild. You want revenge, you want justice.
Damien is furious. He sees red. He's so angry he chases after the fleeing robber, while the Fairhaven police close in quickly.
While it's understandable that some crime victims are so angry and overcome by emotion that they confront or pursue the perpetrator, that can be very dangerous, especially when you don't know what the perpetrator is capable of or if he's armed.
I don't know what I was gonna do if I caught him. I kept calling him told him to stop. I'm gonna kill you.
Fortunately, though, before the homeowner can catch up to the burglar, the police catch up and they arrest the second fleeing burglar.
And Damien returns to his home to assess the damage. What he finds delivers a gut punch.
They were in my daughter's room. They went through all her stuff, her jewelry, everything. They had taken a pillowcase and they were putting everything in it. So they had my daughter's piggy bank in there. They had a change jar from my son's room. I don't know. I don't understand how they can go into a room that's obviously a little girl's room, and start ransacking it, taking her piggy bank, taking an 11-year-old girl's piggy bank. It kind of makes you wonder. She's a pretty tough kid. She definitely felt funny here for the first few weeks afterwards, especially where they were in her room. It makes me sad that there's people in the world like that, and it can happen anywhere.
28-year-old Brian Chandanias was the burglar arrested in the home. 29-year-old Jay Birch was arrested after police caught up with him.
They were both charged with breaking and entering the daytime to commit a felony, possession of burglarious instruments, and 2 counts of vandalism.
If I could have asked them one thing, why my house? It's not flashy, it's just a regular place. As a matter of fact, at that time, the house next door to me belonged to a Fairhaven police sergeant. I think if they were watching, they probably wouldn't have picked it, just knowing I have a couple of neighbors that work in law enforcement.
And it turns out the break-in may have been a case of mistaken identity.
It seemed like it was just like a smash and grab, but the Fairhaven police seemed to think that they had the wrong house targeted. I think they believed they were breaking in somewhere else.
They obviously broke into the wrong house because they chose the house that had the video surveillance system, which ultimately got them convicted.